Principles Topic 3, Tax Residency and Source of Income. The authority of the Commissioner of Taxation to extract tax from individuals is based on the fact that they are Australian, living here and working here, gaining income. So they can be foreigners. Even then, if they are not residents, there may be taxation due because the source of the income is Australia or connected with Australia in some way. Australian residents are taxed on income from all sources. Foreign residents are taxed on income sourced in Australia or with a nexus only. An individual is an Australian resident if he or she satisfies one of 4 tests based around the idea of connection. These tests are ordinary concept tests, the domicile test, the 183-day or 6-month test, and finally superannuation, which is stretching it a bit, test. So having super in Australia. The Australian resident is taxed on income sourced in Australia and outside. Foreign residents therefore are taxed on income sourced in Australia or with a nexus. For a corporation, which is a legal entity, there are 3 tests of residence: place of incorporation, which is a registration place, central management, and finally control and controlling shareholder location or some nexus. The first of the 4 tests for individuals, the ordinary concepts test, has at least 6 factors considered by the courts in determining residency. These are physical presence in Australia, if visiting, frequency, regularity and duration of the visits, especially if you lived here once before, the purpose of the visits, maintenance of a place of abode, and where the family of the person are, business and social ties, and finally the person's nationality. Then the domicile test looks at factors relating to the Domicile Act of 1982, Commonwealth, and the common law rules to demonstrate that a person has a permanent place of abode outside Australia in all of the circumstances of the case in question. If these tests give no conclusion, then there is the test as to whether the person has been here for more than 183 days in 1 year. The final test is basically applying the Commonwealth Superannuation Fund members where they're out of the country for the year but they're still connected. Non-residents do not contribute to our Medicare fund, however they do not get the tax-free threshold, which is presently $18,200 for Australian residents. So that is pretty much the way the formulas work, and we will be looking at these in our first assessment item.